everybody, hello! How are we all doing today? My name is Anima and I have a post-commentated Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle for you. This time against ENZO, whose YouTube link will be in the description down below. I highly suggest you go and check him out. This is a NU match if you didn't notice. I know you see Grand Ball. Grand Ball is Bay, Grand Ball is love, Grand Ball is life. And if you haven't used the Grand Ball before, you're a fucking no, you're totally fine to have not used the Grand Ball before, honestly. They're really cool though. I do recommend that. So I have bought an Archeops, a Miltank, a Waterfall, Grand Ball, Primeape, and a mixed elective While my opponent has bought the Vivillon, Pyroar, Dragalge, and the Furfur as well. The Archeops as well indeed, and the Pikachu, which is like crazy. Like that thing should not be any whatsoever. Honestly, Pikachu is is power. Pikachu is pure strength. He is the mascot after all. So, let's hit play. And I want you all to sit back and enjoy the show. That is what we are here for after all. Those are very trendy glasses. Look at those. Look at those. Jesus Christ, Japan. Good lord. And kudos for actually managing to wear a fedora in a way that doesn't make me want to throw up in my own mouth. So, we do decide to lead with the Archeops and the Pikachu. I did feel like I would outspeed because there's not really much point running a Pikachu without running it with a light ball. So, the fake out did come my way. I didn't actually see that coming, but it was fine anyway. To stay in, did decide to go for the U-turn, anticipating the switch as Duchess, the shiny Furfro, comes in. Good lord! Black just makes everything look better. Black is just fucking badass. Like, honestly, Black looks so damn good. Like, you make anything black. Make people black, you make your bed sheets black. Black bed sheets? Goodness gracious me. Like, so pretty. Honestly. Like, they just have like a feeling of richness, you know? Like you're a friggin' sultan or something. Anyway, my opponent does go for the Cotton Guard as I go for the Stealth Rocks. It was my perfect opportunity to go for the Rocks. They do decide to go for Toxic. And this is fine. This is actually bueno. This is okay because I have the Heal Bell. This is precisely why I'm so crazy about packing it. Because the thing is, I end up fighting, like, stalling teams quite a lot. So it makes me paranoid, it makes me want to run Heal Bell or Aromatherapy, it makes me really want to have it. But then sometimes, you know, you'll bump into teams that obviously, like, they don't have stall, and then you're like, well, now you've got all these bulky ass Pokemon that are supposed to, like, friggin', they're equipped to, like, handle stall and crap, but, like, you know, they're... But then you lose the offensive power, of course, so it is a bit upsetting, a bit depressing. Makes me sad, makes me want to cry. Opponent goes for the Toxic again after we clear all those shenanigans. Honestly, just a fair warning to you folks, this is going to happen in this battle. But we must not boo-hoo on my opponent, we must treat each other with respect. It is not a flinching Togekiss after all. Seriously, don't use those against me, I will literally just murder your whole family. Anyway, so, gonna get some Toxic damage. Maybe not your whole family, maybe just like the youngest ones. So the opponent is going to go for a rest. And they're sleeping in the middle of the battlefield. Like, seriously, what the hell is this dog doing? What is this bitch female dog doing? I don't know. I don't know. There are more appropriate times to go to sleep. And it's not in battle. If falling asleep was the answer to regaining all of your health in the middle of a fight, we would have extremely long human fights. We really would. But as it stands, we are pink and fleshy, and sleeping does not heal you that quickly, so we flail around at each other, and it's just kind of a big mess, really. The opponent is going to switch out and go into Rockbird, the Archeops now. This is totally fine and dandy, it's okay. I basically have enough, like, defense on my team to resist, I don't know, God, my imagination is just shite today. I can't think of anything. Resist this damn thing, anyway. So Diddle, hey Diddle, is going to come back to me, and I decide to go into Grand Bull Nasher. I know, he's here, he's there, he's everywhere, but he is Bay. And you're not going to fuck with that. You're going to respect me as I respect you. And I respect you a lot. Opponent did decide to go for the knockoff, and that's okay. I figured that knockoff on Nasher was less horrendous than a knockoff on somebody else. I do decide to go into Django. As my opponent actually goes to the Defog. It was actually a double switch, anticipating the whatchamacallit, anticipating the fur throw to come in, but obviously I look like Jesus with this. I did not predict the defog. I didn't, just putting it out there, okay? But I'm gonna be able to get my Defiant boost, and that's gonna be great. It's gonna be able to take out the Archeops. I can only imagine the look on this poor guy's face. He must have just been like, how did you, whatever, but that wasn't me, that wasn't my brain. And if that's common, then fine. I should have predicted that anyway, whatever. Now, the reason why I decided to stay in here on the potential hurricane was because I was concerned that it was going to put, like, Diddle to sleep or something. And Diddle's like a heel-belling person, so I wanted to be able to put as much pressure on this thing as possible, so I did decide to try and just do a lot of damage to it. I am locked into close combat, which is 4 times resisted, I know. But it does a sizable amount of damage anyway because of the Defiant boost. Opponent is going to go for the QD, and this is actually okay. This is fine, as I am going to be able to get off a Vordo Switcho. Opponent does go for the Draining Kiss. That is not something I have seen on Vivillon very often. I usually see just the usual flavour of usual Bug Buzz Draining Kiss. That's not a thing. Bug Buzz Hurricane is usually what I see. So pretty! Such a pretty Vivillon, my lord. Tiger is going to come back to me. She is beautiful. I love her. She's also bae. She's also alive. Really liking Electivire. I really am. Haven't really got a chance to flex my Electivire muscles much though, so hopefully we're going to be seeing Tiger in more battles to come. Do decide to go out into Diddle to get my rocks back up, as nothing will interrupt that now. This Pikachu comes out, and I really just... there's absolutely nothing wrong with going into Nashor here to get the Intimidate off. From what I know of Pikachus, they will run like E-Speed, Volt Tackle, Hidden Power, something or other. Don't know what the last move is. Fake Out, presumably? Presumably? I don't know. But when you see a shiny Pikachu, it does ping the whole Volt Tackle situation. But I am going to be able to live that because I am just a boss, frankly, and go for the Earthquake. So that's great. We're going to be able to take out the Pikachu. No way it's going to live that with Grand Bulls. Admirable attack stat, even uninvested. This is why you need to get a Grand Bull. They're just so good, and they have access to T-Wave and all kinds of shit. It's amazing, actually. Pyro's going to go for Flamethrower, and it's going to burn my dog to death, which is honestly upsetting. It is truly upsetting. They are going to get the Moxie boost, and now, please, ladies and gentlemen, do not think that that is a mistake. Do not think it is a mistake, because I have seen Sky, the Skyrander. He is in my little links list on my channel page. He runs a mixed Pyro to good effectiveness, so don't mess about with the Moxie. You can do stuff with it. I'm gonna go for the Head Smash though, gonna be able to live the Flamethrower, because even though it's like powerful from a Pyro and whatever, it is resisted, and the Head Smash is very much not. It's a very powerful move regardless of me being in defeatist range, and so on and so forth. It is gonna do a crap load of damage, because Pyro is also quite frail. Go on to Diddle, just to get the heal ball off. Wake up my Primeape, because it's very important to have him awake. As my opponent goes for the Sludge Bomb. Now this does a surprising amount of damage, and I'm like a specially invested Miltank, so this is like, this is like poo-poo. You know what I mean? This is like poo-poo. I'm gonna be able to go for the Milk Drink, going to drink my own milk. Bit weird, bit messed up. Look at those nipples, goodness gracious, they're quite hypnotic actually. Whoa. Okay, so the Toxic Spikes are on my side of the field after we spent, did we all enjoy that, by the way? We spent a full 3 seconds or 5 seconds or whatever staring at Miltank's nipples. How does that make you feel? How does that make you feel? Gonna go out to Hermes just to get rid of these Toxic Spikes. Now, I did have this feeling of like, I should just keep Miltank in there for like ever, because I got like Heal Bell or something, but then I thought, hey, you know what? You have PP. You got PP, bitch. And you need to keep an eye on your PP. So, I mean, we all need to keep an eye on our PP sometimes, So, I can't mess about with my PP, I mean, you feel free to mess about with your PP, but I'm not messing about with my PP. Go for the Rapid Spin, get rid of those spikes, just so that everybody doesn't get screwed over. It's just the first stage poison, so Hermes, it's going to be okay. Opponent is going to withdraw Duchess. And go out into Dragalge, while I decide there is no hope for me here, and do go and switch out into Django, who will be able to start putting a dent into my opponent's team. Gonna go straight for the Earthquake, and you're gonna see this Dragalge take this Earthquake. You're gonna see it tank it. You know what? That's not, like, for a Dragalge, that's, like, really good, Because Dragalgis are like the specially defensive thing, so it's like, it's very like, whoa. I do have a physically defensive Dragalgi, but this is, you know, that's pretty crazy. That's pretty nuts. Opponent is going to switch out, which is the correct play, and go into Duchess, because this dog, this bitch female dog, is going to laugh at this earthquake. Look at that. Look at its evil dog face. Ha 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 ha. Duchess is a really cute name. Have we all seen Aristocats? Have we? Have we in fact? Oh god, I keep forgetting the question of the day. Good lord. I'll think of something, don't worry. I'll think of something amazing. I'll think of something so mind-blowingly original that your eyes will literally drip out of their sockets. Well, no, maybe not. Probably not. Most likely not. Honestly, really, most likely not. So I do decide to go out into Miltank, and I need to get rid of the crap on everybody because we have a poisoned war turtle, we have a burnt primate, everything is terrible. Now, do not be mean about this Furfro set. It is definitely a stally set, but you know, stall is a technique. It is a technique indeed, and you know, people do use it sometimes. But as I was saying earlier, like stally teams, man, like when you there's been like a chain of them lately. So I've been having to run these bulky ass Pokemon, but as I said earlier, it like affects my combat prowess. I'm gonna go for the seismic toss now. This is fine. I'm totally fine with it going for cotton guards, to be fair, because the seismic tosses are going to be fine and dandy and chill and cool. Gonna do a guaranteed 50 damage every time, bitch. It's gonna be cool. I don't really mind the toxic being a situation, but I am going to speed this up because we are going to see a lot of the same thing for a little while here. So let's go into speed up right now. And finally, we are going to get a withdrawal. Going from that bastard, lovely dog, bitch female dog, into the Dragalgi, and I've never been so relieved to see a Dragalgi in my life. Once again, do not give my opponent grief. This is simply to do with the battle and not to do with them. Tiger's gonna go for the EQ. I was really hoping that they would stay in, thinking that I was just a special attacking Electivire. But I'm mixed! So it's wonderful news we are able to get rid of this thing. I don't think my opponent would have stayed in had they realized. But who knows, it could have just been resignation. Now Duchess is going to be the last Pokemon standing on my opponent's team. And they did decide to forfeit, which is completely understandable. It is completely fine. It was just the Furfro left, and yeah, it's gone! Oh my god. Can't I just say, Furfro? Shiny Furfro is beautiful. If you guys have a shiny Furfro that you'd be willing to part with, I would seriously love to have it. I would use the hell out of it, seriously, because they are so cool. I'd give it all kinds of weird haircuts and shit. And name it whatever you want to. Obviously, just like whatever. But of course, if you don't want to relinquish it, if you don't even have one, totally fine, whatever. I'm just really want one, okay? So question of the day, please, folks, is going to be, what is your preferred battle style now? You don't have to explain it like super technically or anything, but just roughly what you like doing. Just what's your preference, and what do you prefer playing against, what do you not like playing against? Feel free to answer it with as little or as much information as you would like. Also, if you enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a like, leave a comment. It is so appreciated. I can't even tell you how truly appreciated that it truly is. And if you would want to leave a dislike, could you please leave a comment explaining why, so I can make the videos better for you? Unless you're just a tool that likes to leave dislikes, then what the hell, man? But whatever. Guys, if you feel so inclined and you aren't already, feel free to subscribe. It'd be an absolute pleasure to have you on board. But as always, with all of those things, you completely don't have to do them at all. It is just extremely, extremely appreciated. And the most important thing above all else is for you all to take care of yourselves, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye!